So friends, allergies are not going to get me down because this just came in the mail. So we have to recreate this and we have to try it out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And we have to give credit where credit is due. This makeup here on Ari was actually done by Ash and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to tag her. So I'm going to be posting on IGTV as well. So if you miss something or if I don't post something here, it's going to be in that. Don't worry. And that's going to be posted this evening. For right now, we're just going to press in some eyeshadow base. In the IGTV, you're going to see the other shades swatched. Forgive me if this tutorial isn't as long. To be honest, I would rather be taking a little happy nappy with my critters, but we have to do a tutorial. So I'm taking this shade right here. Thought I showed it, but I showed it in the IGTV. And I have this on an E28, and I want you to notice how much higher I brought it up. Do you see how you can still see this skin right through here? We're bringing this crease very high up. I see that a lot on Ari. It kind of gives you that illusion of a much larger lid space. And a lot of times, hooded eyes think that they can't do a cut crease because we're so used to putting the shadow in our crease and it disappears. But do you realize that when I relax my eye, you can see that? And don't worry too much about placement for just a second. So I actually want to switch over to an E27, the tiny shader brush here. And I wanted a little bit more precision through here. Don't worry about the top part for right now. And also don't worry about this part. That's going to need to be cleaned up to give that really clean look. So just kind of take your time. And honestly, it just looks like it's this shade. It doesn't look like it's this shade. Maybe a little bit of this shade to transition. So we'll just kind of keep tapping that. If you look closely, it's ever so lightly defined right through here. Just kind of press that. And once we sharpen this, you'll see it to be more defined. So you don't need to add as much as you think. A lot of times we might add too much, but if we were to just clean this up, you would see that really beautiful definition. But what we are going to do is, Ari's is connected right here, but I'm only going to connect it right through here. And I'm going to stop it about right there because we're just going to have the liner go there. So now we're going to clean this up with some more eyeshadow base and my C30. And I really want you to notice how high up this is. And then we'll come through here. Ooh, there's some precision. It's so funny because I will say I don't feel fantastic, but sitting here and doing makeup is still so therapeutic to me. It's so relaxing. It's like coloring. That's spicy. You can skip this part, but I have this thing for detail. I can just see it. I have to do it. So I'm going to grab this shade, and this is an E26, not just a liner brush. And I'm actually going to just kind of define right here and create a little bit more dimension and depth. There and through here. And since everything is set, even if you want to kind of go back and forth ever so lightly and scratch a little bit, this brush even blends. It's not just a liner brush. So now we're going to grab the E28. This is actually a different one. I wanted to make sure I didn't have any dark eyeshadows on here. And I'm going to grab this shade, make sure I'm not setting any creases, and just start to press that into the base. Just really pack that on the lid. This color seems pretty opaque. I like that. So far, I enjoy the eyeshadow palette, but I'm not just screaming this is the best eyeshadow palette I've ever used. But it is doing a rather nice job, just not something extraordinary. Okay, so I did this eye. We're gonna do this one over here. This is the liner marker, and I rather enjoyed it. You'll see. Sometimes I will say I'm a little afraid that it might just work really nice the first time. So that's kind of what we're testing out right here. Nope, it's still gliding. Look how nice. Still doing a really nice job. And it's really, really black once it dries. I mean, this is it dried. We have to clean up underneath here with micellar water. But the eyeshadow was nice, but this is actually impressive. Let's try out the mascara. There's actually lashes too, which they look right up my alley. I'm so excited for these. I am gonna finish my face off camera today. Please forgive me. Honestly, I'm sure most people would probably even take the day off, but whew, I had to play in this. I was not gonna let this sit on my table and stare at me because I had to see. The mascara is not spicing my world here, and we should be able to see it because my liner's not too thick. We'll have to do a whole thing where I curl my lashes, but we won't be too harsh on it right now. But just first glance, it's not really it's not giving me the floof. Okay, I'm back. So I was looking at the picture and Ari looks super bronzed. I did my foundation and concealer off. Thank you for letting me do that. Sometimes it's just nice to just sit here, especially right now. But I actually used my Tom Ford foundation, so it looks really nice. And then Givenchy powder, like always. And then I'm using my Gucci bronzer because if I layer this one on, it'll look pretty dark because in that picture, Ari's bronzer is really dark and then her highlight is super glowy. Totally the opposite of what I normally do, but that's what's fun about makeup because it washes off. I have to tag this is the Gucci bronzer. I'm not sure if the sale's still going on, but this is something I definitely recommend getting. It's so funny that this feels so dark to me. So different. But it's the style that Ari always wears, and that's what we're doing. So I'm not sure she has blush on in the picture. It kind of just looks like the bronzer kind of faded up. All I have for my lips is this clear gloss from her brand, and then the only other thing that we're going to be trying out is the highlighter, and she's got a ton of highlighter on, so you normally don't see me wear this much highlighter, so get ready. But for right now, I'm just grabbing this lip liner. This looks like the color of the lip liner she has on, so we'll just kind of throw this on. Okay, so I added the gloss. It's really pretty. You'll see in the IGTV. I talk about it more in the IGTV. And let's go ahead and pop this on our bottom lashes. So I absolutely love it on my bottom lashes. So if we do a little bit more lash prep, maybe we're gonna love it for our actual, our top lashes. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can hear the so just forgive me for all of the mess ups today. Honestly giving Gene a run for his money with how I sound. So we have the highlighter here. This is the shade Miss Mercury, and I'm going to grab my C31 to apply it. I use smaller brushes because I really like to have control of my highlighter. I feel like once highlighter navigates up into here and even too far down here, it's out of control. So I like to use smaller brushes, so I'll kind of really place it where I want it, and then from there I'll just tap out and kind of smooth the edges. Ari seems to have quite a bit of highlighter on the tip of her nose. I'm not going to do that much, but we'll do a little bit. I feel like mine was already kind of shiny. Okay, if you really like highlighters, I really think that this is a beautiful one. That's really pretty. I don't have a space helmet, but I'm trying to think. Do we need to add anything else? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty close. I feel like you can see her highlighter more right here, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to bring it down that far. I do feel like white eyeshadow was used, but I'm just going to go with what I had here. That's definitely white eyeshadow. All right, so I really enjoyed everything. I will definitely be using this gloss again. I love the gloss. It's tingly. It is definitely tingly, so if you don't like tingle, I would pass on it. But I like it. I also love how glossy it is. It's super shiny. The eyeshadow, I'm here to be honest. It performed, but there are other things that cost less that I like more, but that's okay because the packaging is really, really nice, and the packaging feels nice. The mascara, I loved it on my bottom lashes. We're gonna try it again. I'll do a TikTok and just kind of throw it on, you know, with I'll curl my lashes and actually put it to the test. My favorite is actually gonna be the highlighter. I love the highlighter, and I really like the liner. I think the liner's really nice, although I knew that the liner was gonna be nice because Ari always has on a beautiful liner. That's what I received in PR. I still want to order a couple things. I wanted the green one like this. I'm actually gonna go order a few more things. So we'll try it out. But so far, I enjoyed most of it. I'm going to be posting the IGTV in just a little while, and I'm going to go wash my face. I'm going to go put on my jammies, and I'm going to sit on the couch with Dougie and Jean, because I'm done. We'll go sit on the couch, and we'll go order more of the makeup. We'll order the things that I didn't get. So I love you all so much. Thank you for just letting me do this today. Again, it's an allergy. It's a no bones day is really what it is. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the comments tonight.